Hey guys, first of all, thank you so much for the nice feedback on my latest video. It means a lot, and I'm happy that a lot of people can relate to this story, and that was the whole point of making it. I thought I would take you through the whole process of making my chapter 2, the first episode. The whole process from the very first thought to the storyboarding to the filming and to having the finished product that you saw yesterday. It might not be yesterday when you're watching this, but the other day. So like all of my ideas, this idea started at night. I usually get these ideas when I'm trying to sleep. It keeps me awake, but it usually gives me the best ideas. I've obviously been having these thoughts about identity as an athlete and giving up on your dream for a long time, and the story and making the video about it, I guess I started thinking about a year ago or less than a year ago.
Jeg ferdig, og så gjør han det bra på andre områder, og så får han beskjed om at ja, men nå ser jeg hvor bra du lykkes nå da. Det hjelper ikke. Det er jo ikke det samme, og det blir aldri det samme. Men det må jo finnes en måte å bli lykkelig på uten å lykkes som idrettsutøver.
So I knew that I was going to make this video in 2023, but I didn't really have a plan or a timeline of when I was going to film or when I was to post the first video. But one morning when I was out with Oakley,
This is Oakley.
it was really foggy and it just looked super cool in the backyard with some of the lights out there and the fog. So I was like, why don't start filming now? Just make some cool shots. Obviously everything filmed in this video is shot on a tripod because I only have myself here. This is a one-man show, and I didn't really think that these shots would make the video because I was just gonna have fun, but I thought that I would try to align these shots with the story. What I wanted to go for with these shots was to have this backlight throughout the whole thing. I always have some lights in the background, that being outside with the lights above the door, or when I'm running outside I have a lit up street behind me, or when I'm out in this park where the sky and a big kind of street light is behind me lighting up the background. I went home to my Milanote, which I've really appreciated working with over the last year and a half. These shots were all a part of my plan that I made in Milanote, and the voiceover or the interview that I did in this case I actually planned beforehand because I knew what message I wanted to send, but I also adjusted this as I was producing because I saw that this would work better with this shot or the other way around. I went up to the speed skating rink and I had a plan of filming myself on the ice, lonely, in the dark, kind of reflecting or thinking about my dream. So when I realized that this was not possible, I thought that maybe we can have these shots in a way where it always seems like I'm preparing or thinking about doing this thing, but I'm not actually going through. Like I'm not actually making it onto the ice, and I think that kind of helps the story, to be honest. Story-wise, I wanted to make it obvious where we were from the very first second, but still keep the kind of momentum and in that part. Personally, I really like the part where I turn off the camera in the beginning, kind of just saying I always knew I was different, and then the camera turns off. And this is something that I didn't plan beforehand, but sometimes you will see these things in post-production and the ideas will come to you not because they were intended to be like that, but because you actually found that this was a good way of solving it. And here's the setup from the first interview that I did. You can see it, and then I kind of made the same setup just in a different room, having more space and more white around me. And then actually just to get this, and this might seem silly, but just because I wanted some more contrast in the picture during the interview, I placed a black backpack in the windowsill just because I thought it looked better like that, and it made the picture look better. So it looks weird when you have the focus on the backpack, but since everything was blurred out in the background, you couldn't really see it was a backpack. You just saw something black and then the window. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I think that is also part of it, where it looks really weird to the naked eye, but on camera with the depth that you're using, then it can look pretty cool. The 24-70 was the one that I filmed, I think, all of the close-ups like outside with, and then I used the 50mm for the angle, the camera angle from above, and the 24-70 from the side again. So if you're ever wondering if you need super fancy lenses to make pretty decent videos, no, you don't. You'll probably get very far with just a 24-70 or 12-35 if you're on Micro Four Thirds.
Every day I was working towards that dream.
So just to take you quickly through the voiceover part of this production, it actually started when I got my FX6 a few months back, and I was trying it out in the dark in this room, and I was just saying some of the things that I thought could work in a production like this, and that actually made the foundation for this, and that's the voice that I used in the trailer for the video.
I don't know if I will ever feel good about quitting.
Not introducing my face until after I told you about my dream. That was also very intentional, because I just wanted to hear the voice and feel the story, and then see that this is the person behind the story. I wanted to go for a look where you got super close to me in distance from like the camera angle, because I wanted you to feel how I felt. So first I thought I would just have this one angle shot from the side, the one that I'm using the most. But then I realized that by having the camera angle that I had on the second camera, you will see me the way I wanted you to see me in those, because in the beginning, or up until I'm telling you that I'm a filmmaker, I want you to see how tough it's been. My focus was very much on sound design in this one, and all the soundtracks in the video were from MusicBed. I don't have any collab with MusicBed at all, but to be honest, they do have the best music out there. I've been trying several platforms, and finding the right music for a video can be hard, but I feel like I found the ones that I really wanted to use in terms of showing the emotions and how I felt in the very moment. I actually went out to the same places after filming with my Zoom handy, and I recorded the sound effects myself. So I knew that, okay, in this very place, or at this very location, I would hear sounds like this. So I would record planes flying over, birds that were here. So I just didn't, I mean, sometimes you might look up birds and you just get birds that are not even living in Norway, and yeah, I didn't want that. I wanted it to be as authentic as possible. In terms of the cameras that I used my FX3 that I'm filming with right now, and the FX6. I filmed everything in 25 frames per second, because we're in Europe. Then obviously you have some of the shots that I made a while back whilst working with the Norwegian speed skating team, and some of the shots there were in slow motion, and I really enjoyed this one shot with the light shining through the skaters, kind of overexposing it a little bit. Sorry, I was supposed to have this up, like make it cool in the background the whole time, and then I forgot about it. I think it's just so cool to see that you can do this by yourself. Because when I watch a lot of videos on YouTube or wherever I watch them, I feel like people usually have an editor or someone to help them film, someone to do something for them, and I'm always like, how am I supposed to be able to do that? It's just me. I can't have my dog film me, right? But with this one, I guess I proved to myself and to you that it is possible, and I'm so excited to make more videos like this. Next up is Matilda, who has been chasing her dream as an actress for years.
didn't really have anything. Although, from the outside, again, it looked like I had everything.
Hopefully, you'll be left thinking that you want more. And so if you were left thinking that, what is his chapter 2? Like, what more is there to that? Then that was my intention, and thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Leave any questions in the comments below. I'm super excited about this project. Subscribe to my channel to follow this journey of my chapter 2, which, to be clear, it's not about me anymore. This episode was about me, but all the next episodes will be about other people facing their chapter 2.